So WNBA fans do not understand how good our fam is. Like, they don't understand it. Why? Because of the situation that she is in. Our fam does not have a single play ran for her. Ever. Like, will catch the ball. Like, she will get her scores on the pick and roll. She will get her scores working out of, working off screens. And her team genuinely is way better with her. It's just she plays 21 minutes because her coach it's old school basketball. It is absolutely old school basketball mentality of her coach. Literally goes and says, you know what, you can't play power forward. You're sharing minutes. Okay, one of our main imports, American players, plays your position. Therefore, you're competing with her for minutes. And I say American players, she's fucking Canadian, non-EU players. With Kayla Alexander, who's a WNBA level player. Like, you're not a good WNBA level player, but a WNBA level player. And you might be saying, oh, if she can't guaranteed beat out Kayla Alexander, she's not good enough. And I'm like, dude, she's 19. She's 19. Like, imagine putting Jazzy Davidson. She's the same age as Jazzy Davidson. Like, imagine putting her into a WNBA setting. Sarah Strong's an exception because Sarah Strong should be with Team USA at the minute. She should make the Sarah Strong should make Team USA. But if you look at how our fan plays, she barely touches the ball. But like running the pick and roll. Look, that is, by the way, this is not something you see from many WNBA players. Not the greatest screen there, but still forcing a player to go under the screen, immediately resetting the screen so that the defender has to go over, curls, gets the ball on the inside, good finish. Like, she is, I mean this when I say this, outside of Aaliyah Boston, she is already the second best pick and roll big in here. She's already the second best in the world. She is a better pick and roll. I'm not saying she's the second best pick and roll big, because even if Aja makes the wrong decisions out of the pick and roll, she's so big and strong and fast that she can kind of make up for them. And there's sometimes Chelsea Gray will just throw mad shit to her and it will just land in her hands. Like, she's bigger, stronger, faster. There are better pick and roll players than her, just purely based on physical attributes. But in terms of mentality wise, like, she is already plays like a vet. Gets the ball in the post, playing with her head up. That is a fucking dot. I'm sorry. I don't care if this didn't show up on the stat sheet. How many bigs in the WNBA are making this pass? Like, how many bigs in the WNBA are throwing that pass? Like, what? Zero? If we're being real, zero. Aaliyah's not throwing that pass. She's the best passing big in the league. Aaliyah's not throwing that pass. And it doesn't matter that the shot was missed, just because it doesn't show up on the stat sheet. She's playing defense against Zaragoza. That is Koulibaly she's playing defense on, isn't it? I think that's... this is EuroLeague. I will say, Valencia have been quite disappointing this year. Other than the game they faced off against... They played the one I was at, the Fenerbahce game. They've kind of struggled. Hey, they're fourth in their group. They might make the finals. I don't think they'll make the final six. Ooh, they're tied with Zaragoza. So losing that game today kind of screwed them. They only lost by 10. But Zaragoza have... Who's she guarding on the inside? Oh no, Koulibaly's with Girona. Okay, sorry. I thought that was a much bigger size thing. But you see here again, fights her way in front, gets beaten. She's trying to fight her way in front. She's still a bit weak. Trying to fight her way in front. Probably gets fouled. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, that is good defense. That's really good defense. Like, how, like, she comes out of this. She kind of splits it. She sees they're curling. She kind of drops back. And by the way, she has shown an ability to hedge up. She comes back, and that's good defense. It doesn't register in a stat sheet as a block. It's still good defense. Sets the screen, reads it properly, drives in, a lefty finish. Gets in, big inside, catches the lob, easy finish. Drives to the basket, comes down, is their weak side, easy block. Offensive board. Again, comes out, guards the perimeter, effectively steal. Like, she is somebody that can actually kind of guard the perimeter. And again, look, she's not perfect. She's 19, though. That is a swing. Like, how many people other than Leah Boston can operate out of a pick and roll like this in the WNBA? There's none. There's none other than Leah that can operate out of a pick and roll. Like, look, she is the absolute perfect teammate for Paige Bueckers. And that's another steal right there. She ends up caught in the switch, puts enough pressure on the switch that they can't pass the ball in. She ends up getting it on the switch. And it's like, okay, yeah, there's a mismatch because I switched. Let me put so much pressure on the ball that they can't make the easy pass into the big. And yeah, that was basically it. Oh, that's who it was. Okay, like it was, I'm trying to think, who was the big that was playing there? I'm trying to look at who it is. Aminata Gay. Obviously, like, big, strong, and looked to be fairly dominant. But, like, what people don't understand is it's the little things. Like, you don't look at the stat sheet. You look at a big. How many bigs in the WNBA? How many rookie bigs? And bigs in college. So let's just say, from in college basketball, how many 6'6" players, and yes, she is closer to 6'6" and 6'4". She might be a little bit smaller than that, but she's closer to 6'6" and 6'4". I've stood beside her. How many 6'4" plus bigs are better guarding on the perimeter than are faster laterally than Awafam? None. How many 6'4" bigs are faster in transition than Awafam? Dom Malonga. Okay. How many 6'4" bigs read the P&O better than Awafam? Aaliyah. How many 6'4" big plus, and Aaliyah isn't even 6'4". How many 6'4" bigs? If you count Aaliyah as 6'3", Aaliyah is probably faster laterally on the perimeter. This current version of Aaliyah. Maybe Alana Smith, but we saw what what's her name did to Alana Smith. Is she the strongest player in the world now? She's 19. She's 19. Not everything's there. How many 6'4" bigs that can do all of this can also shoot the ball, shoot the three? Alexander's been awful, and that's forced Fam to take on more responsibilities. And the reality is she only plays 21 minutes because of Kale Alexander. And it's funny looking at this. Valencia doesn't run sets for Awa. It's all role player big reps out of P&O, rescreening, work, and dunker handoff. When she does get the rare empty corner post-up rep or shorter opportunity, see the processing. The one thing I will say is that she is not very good as far as being a post scorer. But in 2026, how important is being a back down post player? Really? How important is it to be a back down post player? Not at all. Not at all. I mean that. It is not that important to be a back down post player in the year of 2026 when you can be a face up passing offensive hub post player. It is better to be an offensive hub than it is to be a back to the basket player. Because if you're a back to the basket player, you have to it's a lot harder. And especially, again, if you're a back to basket player who likes to pass out of it, that helps. That really does help. So yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys believe that Awafam should be number one pick? I don't. It's one of those weird things. Like, I actually hope she doesn't go number one, because the pressure of being the number one overall pick when she's not going to be rookie of the year. Like, realistically, she's not going to be rookie of the year long term, or like short term, but she's going to be the best player in this draft class long term by 100 miles. And we're seeing it now looking at someone like Alayla Khan, who wasn't nearly as good at 19 as Awafam. Like, if you hit on some of these international players in 2 to 3 years, they're going to be exceptional. Like, everyone talks about Wakuyer being this failure. Wakuyer is going to come back and be one of the 3 best players in her draft. And she's probably going to be the second best player in her draft class. When it's all said and done, she will probably be the second best player in her draft class. It just takes a while, but you can afford to take a while when you're coming over at 19 instead of being a 24-year-old super senior in your rookie season. Like that, it does help. It does help being young.